Here is a short video to show the initial setup rows of Garam Masala Tunisian Cowl pattern. Hope this helps. Long tail cast on method stitches. So this is the setup row. I'll cast on just a few to show a sample. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So let's say this is the number of stitches that I need for the setup row. You will obviously make the number of stitches that is required as per the pattern. This is how you make the second row. You chain 1 and you draw through the first loop on the hook. You have to make a fairly loose set of stitches for the first row. So the first time you chain 1 and you pull through the first loop, then chain 1, yarn over, pull through 4 loops. So you chain 1, then you yarn over and pull through 4 loops. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then you make a chain 1 to close the shell, and you have to do this first row pretty loosely. So that's chain 1, and then you make chain 2, and then you yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So this is 1 loop, this is the second loop. Then you chain 1 once again, and then you repeat from asterisk as per the pattern. So you chain 1 and then you yarn over and pull through 4 loops. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So that's the... Just be sure not to catch partial stitches. That's the 4 loops. Then you chain 1 to lock, and then you chain 2, one, 2, and then you yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So 1 and then 2, and then you yarn over, chain 1, yarn over, pull through 4 loops, chain 1 and 2, and then yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So this is the number of this is how it looks in the first after the second row. You might think it's wonky, but it will get fixed in the next row. So here is this next row, row number 3. So chain 1 and you skip the first vertical bar. If you look at the pattern here, this is the first vertical bar. You need to skip that, and then you pull up don't yarn over, pull up a loop, put your hook through the chain space, pull up a loop from there. Then you pull up a loop from the horizontal bar above the next shell. So here is my next shell and this is the horizontal bar. I put my hook through this and then pull up a loop from here. Then I pull up a loop through this chain space, pull up a loop through this vertical bar, and then I pull up a loop through this chain space again, and then through the horizontal bar on top of the shell. And then chain space, vertical loop, vertical bar, chain space, horizontal bar, and chain space, and then first stitch is vertical bar. That is row 3. So now you have the exact number of stitches that you started with, and then you follow row 2 again, and you keep repeating these rows back and forth to get the pattern. So I'll do a couple of rows and then come back. So here you see I've done a few repeats of the pattern, and now you're beginning to see the actual body pattern. This is the shell stitches. Let me focus. So here you see the shell stitches, and here you see the vertical bar that is being made. So just continue in this pattern. I'll do one more repeat to help. So this is how you do it. This is the chain space, go through, pull up loop. Above the shell stitch there is a horizontal bar, go through that, pull up a loop. Then in the chain space, go through, pull up a loop. Then there is a vertical bar here, go through that, go to the back, pull up a loop, go through, come through. And then there's this chain space, go through that, pull up a loop, and so on until the end of the row. Keep repeating. Alright, so here we are at the end of the row, and this is how the stitches look like. And I'll do the back pass again. So chain, draw through one loop on the hook, then yarn over again, pull through 4 loops, which is the first 4 loops, then chain 3 essentially, 1, 2 and 3, and then yarn through, pull up the first 2, pull up through the first 2 loops on the hook. Then you chain 1 once more, and then you pull through the first 4 loops. Then you chain 3 once more, 1, 2 and 3, and then you pull through the first 2 stitches. Chain 1 once again, pull through the first 4 stitches, chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and then yarn over, pull through the last 2 stitches, and so on. Keep repeating the pattern, and I hope this video helps you.